All right, take a look at that. Be the change that you want to see. No pun intended over there. Welcome to High Now Daily. What you're looking at right there is a collection of bees live over here in the High Now studio, in the kitchen. Very excited to welcome in Kino Bees. In fact, we're hanging out right now with the owner over here. This is Kino himself. Give me a high five.
All right.
I'm sorry, I can't. B1-liners, I'm all done. I'm all done. Welcome in, brother. Tell us a little bit about your local business, how this all started for you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me today. Really, my journey into beekeeping started at a farmer's market. About 16 years ago, I was really interested in learning more about the food I was eating. And so I was on a kind of journey to rediscover, foods. And then honey came on my radar, and I started buying Hawaiian honey in the supermarkets. And then I looked at the label, and everything was from the Big Island. So I was like, where's, someone surely must be making honey here on Oahu. So I started looking at different farmers markets, and then that sent me on another mission where I was looking for a local producer, because a lot of the people at the farmers market at the time were just actually brokering honey from the Big Island.
I got to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at this video. Okay. Is that you in the video not wearing the, do you get stuck? You must be getting, are you getting?
Every so often I get stung, but I mean, that's part of the job. Usually by the second or third year in beekeeping, most people take the gloves off and learn how to handle the bees without any or at least the, gloves. It makes everything a lot easier.
I love that. And Kino, today we're doing all of our own stunts. I do want to go back to this specific collection you brought in today. So tell us about what this is. You use this for educational purposes, and obviously very visual, especially when it comes to education.
Right. So I mean, other than the products and the bees that I produce, I also offer services like bee removal services, and I do educational talks at school. So I bring something like this, tell them teach them a little bit about the basics of bees, and then we talk about the importance, of their role as pollinators and how that relates to our food system and all the foods that we eat, because they say that pollinators, especially bees, are responsible for 1 in 3 bites of food that we eat.
Wow.
So yeah, without bees, we really wouldn't have a lot of the fruits and vegetables that we eat on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Now, in addition to that, we've talked to so many different people who come in, like anything else. This is truly as a labor of love, though, right?
It sure is.
To get what is the whole process for getting to the honey?
So I have about 13 different sites around the island, and I'm really excited to announce that I actually expanded to the west side this year, so I'll be collecting some premium Kiawe honey on that side. But I mean, my work basically is driving around, making sure the bees are healthy, and keeping them really healthy until the flowers start to open, and then once they start collecting honey, then I collect all the honey and bring it back to my area, my processing facility, extract everything and jar it up for everybody.
Very cool, man. So this brother is working so hard to bring all of this product to life.
Right.
Walk us through the spread, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, if you want to take a spoon, I'll just kind of talk you through the different ones that I have currently. This is from the east side of the island, Honolulu to be precise. There's a lot of albizia, citrus, papaya, banana, things like that over there. So it's very light and kind of.
I'm thinking what I would do with that. Probably some acai bowl action. That one would match up with. I utilize a lot of honey in coffee, tea, and another one is even on the cooking side is shrimp. I'm getting more into the sweetness, the butter, garlic, honey shrimp, right?
Yeah. So that one is a really light and smooth one that I offer, and then this is actually
that's like a good starter,
Yeah. And then this is going to be from Kahuku, where there's a lot of papaya, banana, also avocado, dragon fruit.
That one definitely stronger.
Citrus, and it has a little bit more of a fruity flavor profile. And then this one right here is probably my most popular one that I get from Wailua, where I'm based here.
Now, which one is this one?
And these guys, they live on a 27-acre fruit farm where they grow a lot of tropical fruits, but also right by the coffee plantation. So a lot of people say that this one has a fruity, kind of roasty flavor, kind of like coffee. And then this is the fall flow from the same farm, which has a kind of more of a bolder flavor profile.
You're making it tough for me, Kino. I can't really pick a favorite. I'm enjoying each one individually as I go.
So it's kind of hard to really savor each one. But that one has a stronger flavor profile, but it's actually from the same farm.
Interesting.
So certain sites, I'll get 2, maybe even 3 distinctly different honeys. And this is actually my personal favorite from Diamond Head. There's a lot of Kiawe on that side, so this one's got more of a butterscotchy flavor profile.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and if you want to take a couple more spoons.
Dang, that's, yeah, I could see that one as more of a dessert honey.
Right, yeah. And this one's really good on toast, my favorite on toast. And I'll be getting a lot of this stuff from the west side this year.
Hey man, congratulations on all this success. We have so much over here on the table. In addition to that, some tasting awards you got as well.
Yeah,
so what is that certificate for?
So on the Big Island in October, they host the biggest honey tasting challenge in the state. So they invite all beekeepers from the state to submit their honeys. And so far, 3 years in a row, I've placed. I got first and third 2022. This is my second place from 2023. And then just last year, this actual honey got third place for the light liquid honey.
That is awesome, man. Congratulations. Now, if people want to find you as well, obviously, Farmers Market is that true model for supporting local here at home, supporting our local ranchers, the farmers, beekeepers as well, honey producers, everyone. Where do people find you, man?
So currently I'm here to promote the Farmers Market with the Farm Lovers group, and we do Thursdays at Hawai'i, right across from the post office, and then Saturdays we are at Pro Ridge from 8 to 12. Yeah.
Solid, man. And then what about the Instagram as well? Can people follow you? Do you post it online?
That's a good place to holler at me at Kino Bees. Just Kino Bees, Bee Ninja.
Bee Ninja. There you go. Hey, you are a ninja, man. Thank you for everything. And we hope that you'll stay with us, and we'll be right back after this. Now, stay with us. We're going to head to City Mill right now as we celebrate National Pet Month here on High. Now, a few tips on how to keep your ohana safe for your furry friends. Check it out. How's it, Aloha gang? We're back over here at City Mill with more do-it-yourself projects you can get done at home. So before you pick up the phone, call for help, try check City Mill. Check out Iris over here. And today we're talking to all of the pet owners in Hawaii,
Yeah,
Iris.
we have a lot of pet owners out there. So City Mill has a wide variety of things you can use to help with your pets.
We're going to kick things off with pet food storage, and this is a big one.
Yeah, you don't want roaches running in your pet food, so you want to lock it up, and this is a perfect size. We can hold big bags, small bags. This is great to hold all your pet food.
Plus, too, and if you got a transition, it's got wheels on it, too. Very accessible.
It comes with a little feed cup, too, so you know how much you're feeding your pet.
Now, speaking of feeding, dogs sometimes have a tendency to kind of speed eat, right? But these tools over here on the table are going to make it a little bit safer.
Yeah, you can put stuff on here, and the dogs will eat slower. That, too, you put yogurt, any kind of soft food, they'll eat slower when you're using this.
That way, it's going to be better for digestion, just more of a safer experience as well. As we know, shedding sometimes is a problem, but this Bissell, it makes the cleanup quick.
Yeah, it's really great. It picks up all kinds of hair, helps with spot removal, and it helps with the odors. We have a couple things. This Bissell is great, but if you want to do some spot cleaning, we also carry some chemicals that you can just do some spot cleaning with.
So many of the pet owners here in Hawaii have kind of dual spaces where the pets are able to run around both inside the house and outside. But oftentimes we've got gardens here in Hawaii, so we have to be very cognizant of what we're spraying, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to ever spray something that could hurt your animals. So you want to make sure that everything you put in your garden is actually safe. So we have a wide variety of things you can use around the house that are perfectly safe around your pets. We have indoor sprays also. We live in Hawaii, we have indoor bugs. You want to make sure you can use stuff in your house. We have indoor flies and stuff. These are all natural. We have vinegar. These are great. You can use it for cleaning. You can also use it to spray your weeds with. We have what they call diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is food grade, and you use them a lot for any kind of ants, bed bugs, fleas. You can throw it on the ground. This will take care of it. And because they're food grade, it's okay. The dog can even eat it up. It's all right. Also good for your kids. We do have kids too, besides our pets, that we have to worry about. So all of these are actually really good chemicals too.
Iris, what do you recommend people to do for any pet owners here in Hawaii if they want to take that first step to a cleaner, more safer environment for pets?
You can visit any of our 8 stores at City Mill or come and see us at citymill.com.
As we wrap up today, here's some pictures of some very cute friends submitted from members of the City Mill Ohana and community. Take a look. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. How about celebrities like Robin Williams, Barbara Streisand, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to Kama'aina, to visitors from around the world? An incredible legacy at Cosmopolitan Sun Shop. One this year that's going to be celebrating 50 years of supporting the local community. We have Ria Sapal here to tell us all about an incredible local business, its heritage, and celebrating a big-time milestone. Welcome into the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. All right, big-time celebs, as we mentioned earlier. Cosmopolitan Sun Shop, how did this start for you in your ohana?
Yeah, so we have quite a long history in the community. My dad had 2 swimwear stores in Kailua and Lanikai, and then my grandma decided to open Cosmopolitan Sun Shop in Hawaii Kai, Cosmopolitan. And she saw a gap in the market in the community for a one-stop shop for beachwear and all your beach necessities. So that's how she started it over 50 years ago.
Ria, congratulations. We were looking at a super vintage black and white photo. Is that from like the very opening?
Yes,
began?
that's from the very beginning, yeah.
Very cool. And Coco Marina Center, we were just talking earlier as well. This is one of the longest tenant currently that's been a part of it.
Yes.
How has it changed over the years with Cosmopolitan?
It's changed a lot. In the very beginning, we kind of focused on swimwear, and then we started expanding into kids wear. We have stuff for men, lots of different things. If you're on your way to the beach and you forget a towel, you can stop by. So it really one-stop shop.
Now, one of the true lucky things about being here in Hawaii as well, it's like beach weather all the time, right? We get it year round over here. You brought in a lot of different stuff over here on the table. Walk us through some of the offerings. Luckily for me, my summer body is still currently under construction. But tell us about what you got.
Yeah, so we try to support a lot of local designers. Here we have Inda Swim, they're based in Kauai. And then we have a bunch of different out-of-state brands as well.
And then what is this one?
Feather for Arrow.
Oh my God, it's
This
stretchy.
is for little babies.
The keiki have it so good nowadays too.
They do.
Which is good for them because it's stretchy, it's comfortable, it's light.
Very cute designs.
And then in 2021, you launched your own brand, right? Tell us about that.
Yes, so just being in the industry and growing up around swimwear, I was really interested in starting my own swimwear line, so I started Ria Lynn Swim. We also sell that in our store, so it's kind of full circle for me.
Very cool. Is this one of the pieces too?
Yes, this is one of my pieces.
So what is the approach to the design? Obviously being around it really for your whole life, what were you looking to do with your brand?
Just really go for high quality, and the trend here is very minimalistic, and you want to get those tan lines. So that's what I did here with this one piece. It's strapless, so great tan, but yeah,
Very
just
cool.
overall great quality is
And
what
then
I
Ria,
go
what
for.
else do we have over here on the table?
So here's a shirt for men if they come in. Another.
There we go. Let me hold that one up. I just want to see if it fits. No, I'm just kidding. So who is this? This is another local brand. Yes. Oh my goodness, super light.
Yes, very breathable, nice fabric, perfect for the Hawaii weather.
Hawaii weather, straight from the office, straight to the beach,
Yes.
straight to date night. I love the pattern and the print.
Yes.
And then what about these
And
two over
then
here?
This one is a designer, Banoa. They're based on the North Shore. So again, always trying to get local businesses in our store and support them.
Nice. So obviously with a legacy that goes back 50 years, you see so many different types of people when you guys come in. What is the approach to the customer experience when you guys get in there? Because everyone has different needs, so you're able to customize.
Definitely. Since we're a really small store, we try to keep a focus on the customer experience and really help out our customers, allow them to find what they're looking for. Swimwear shopping, beachwear can be very tough to get the right fit or not know what you're looking for, so we try to approach and help the best way we can.
That's right, guidance is always important. Now, as we navigate and move ahead as well, what is the best resource to contact you guys? We know you're at Coco Marina. Is there Instagram? What's the best way to learn more?
So we have an Instagram, Cosmopolitan Sun Shop. We have our website, Cosmopolitan Sun Shop as well.
Very cool. Before I let you go, what does it mean to you and the rest of the family? I mean, 50 years, congratulations.
Thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do this without the support of our community, the locals, the tourists, everyone who comes in continues to support us. We would love to give back by giving our customers a discount when they come in for the end of the month if they mention Hawaii News Now or High Now Daily.
There you go. Make sure you head on down to Cosmopolitan Sun Shop. You can save some cash and, again, support some great local business. Stay with us on High Now Daily. We got much more coming up in just a bit. Congrats. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. A one-of-a-kind talent competition is taking place here, allowing local Hawaii people to share their talent with the rest of the world. Blaine Miyasato is here from the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement, and we've got all the details. Welcome into the show, Blaine.
Aloha.
Thank you very much for being here.
I wanted to start off with, let's call it Be a Star.
Be a star.
A star.
I like what you did there. Are you applying for this competition? Blaine, tell us about Hawaii to the world.
So it is, I think 2025, Hawaii Calls, the radio program, Brown Bags of Stardom, what do you call it? Hawaii Stars, Project Runway. It's a talent competition on steroids.
So
made for 2025.
Very cool. Where did the inspiration for something like this come from?
So, we're thinking in terms of ambassadors, emissaries, attaché. If King David Kalakaua was alive today and he was putting together a group of 8 talented acts or folks, and then dispatching them to the world as he toured the world, that's kind of the vision for this program.
Very cool. Yeah. So where is the audition process currently at right now? We do know deadline is coming up tomorrow. Applications got to be an ASAP, right?
Correct. So we are going to go virtually to all the islands. We also have a Japan call segment. We'll be doing the continent call segment in Seattle for the Hawaiian Convention. Come back to Oahu. And so each deadline is based on the taping of those shows. Mm-hmm. So right now, Maui calls. We'll film on June 29th at the Mac Center. Audition deadline is absolutely tomorrow midnight. It's very easy to audition.
How do people do that?
Hawaiian Council, hawaiiancouncil.org/auditions.
Okay.
And everything's there. It's all really clear to apply.
Judges are going to have a very tough time. Let's expand a little bit on who's going to be judging for this talent competition.
We have a fantastic world-class judging team. Amy Hanai'ali'i, Patrick Moko'akane, Kumuhina, Lehua Kalima. Just added Sean Pimentel as the talent advisor. So as we make the rounds, he'll be working with musicians and helping them sort of hone their crafts by the time they get to the audition.
That is so cool. And what an opportunity for so many local people here to, if you've ever dreamed and thought you could be on these platforms, now is your chance. I do want to talk about the finale as well. What is to come after the audition process? We journey around, we've got the 8 acts, then what happens?
So every location we play, including in Tokyo, will be in a theater. So the concept is at the live 2-hour finale, we will pick from 16 to 18 acts, whittle it down to 8. The winning tour group will then basically be advanced to the world 1 week a month in 2026, playing in theaters like Pantages Theater in Los Angeles, Palace Theater in San Francisco, Canada, of course, in Tokyo as well. This is a launching pad. This is an opportunity to really show what you've got, right, and make Hawaii proud. And the thing I also want to mention relative to the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement is this is Kanaka inspired. So the foundation is Kanaka, and finding our best and then again advancing them to the world. Just a winner on so many levels.
Yeah, and again, an opportunity like this, so rare, so incredible. Mahalo to CNHA for all of the effort going into this. Again, if you want to apply, you got to head to hawaiiancouncil.org/auditions. Is that correct?
That's correct. You got it.
You only got one more day to do it. So hurry up.
For Maui, yep.
There you go.
We go to Kauai next.
That's right. And for a full list as well, you can head to highNowDaily.com. We got all the info posted there. We're going to head to break. We got much more coming up after the break. Congrats, Mike. Thank you. How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Here this week on High Now, we've been talking about Hurricane Preparedness Week. We want to welcome in Stephen Okazaki from Kapili Solar Roofing and Painting to talk about ways to keep you and your ohana safe. Welcome into the show, brother. Mahalo nui for being here. Obviously, with the work that Kapili Roofing, Solar, and Painting does, I mean, you guys are big time in the community, various different jobs. But as we talk about hurricane preparedness, oftentimes things happen here in Hawaii. I want to start with what people kind of shouldn't do, like action items. If heaven forbid something takes place, we shouldn't be busting out the ladder and putting people on the roof, correct?
Yeah,
Like, where do people
so
start?
We wouldn't recommend to bring out any ladders or try to get your son to go on top of the roof or anything like that. We would recommend you guys give us a call at Kapili. We can send out one of our inspectors and we can get a detailed inspection of the roof, kind of see if there's any missing shingles, any damages to any of like the pipe jacks or anything like that too. So that's one thing we wouldn't recommend you guys doing, is to go out on your own to go up on the roof, and because you never know, you could fall off the roof, and that ain't good. So we don't want none of that happening.
Absolutely. Stephen, you mentioned as well, once you and the Kapili team kind of get up there, you guys are able to assess the damages and things like that. What's happening on these assessments once you guys come up? Walk us through the process.
Basically what happens is we'll send out our field inspectors. Once they get their ladder set up and secured down, they'll go up onto the roof, do an assessment of basically all the shingles. If there's any kind of missing shingles, any cracks in the roof, basically looking for anything that is out of the ordinary than on your basic normal roof, then we would ask for you guys to give us a call after that. And yeah.
What are some of the things that homeowners need to be kind of cognizant of, like warning, visual warnings that people should be akamai about in terms of like kind of looking ahead to assess damage?
So if it's a big heavy wind storm damage or storm, I would say if there's any shingles on the ground that you guys see that could blown off from your guys' roof.
Right. So even if you didn't see it physically go off, but it's on the ground, then it's like, okay, I got problems.
Sometimes the gutters, they can come detached too, just because of the amount of how much water is flowing off the roof into the gutters. That can happen too. So.
Why is being quick so important? You know, oftentimes, just like you just mentioned, say you come home, you see the shingle on the ground, you're like, okay, it's probably nothing. Maybe that was the neighbor's one, but why is being proactive an important part?
It's good to be proactive, because once you have a small leak, that small leak will turn into a big interior problem. Basically, soaking up your drywall, and one thing that I've seen before is the black mold that starts to grow. And that's when it starts to become a health hazard to you and anybody living inside of the house. So that's one thing you guys don't want to be putting off. Even if it's a small leak, that small leak, you might not even see it, and it could already be spreading mold within your guys' ceiling, all of that stuff.
Yeah, very important. And I do know as well, when it comes to Kapili, there's certain financing options that are available as well, right? Because specifically when it comes to roof, it's a large investment for a lot of people.
Yeah. So we do offer financing. One of the easiest ways to access that is if you were to go to our kapiliroof.com website. There should be a finance button on the top of the page. If you guys click that, it'll take you to a form, a quick little form, like 60 seconds it should take to fill out. And then within, I'd say 30 seconds, you should get your answer if you are being approved or not.
Okay, solid.
Yeah.
So we have those financing options that are available. Again, continue to keep you and your ohana safe. Reach out to Kapili, and we'll have this all posted at highnowdaily.com. We'll be right back. Mahalo, brother.
All right.
Easy, bro. Good job. How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily, the 2025 Honolulu AIDS Walk, hosted by Hawai'i Health and Harm Reduction Center, is coming up over here at home on June 21st. Here to tell us more is Andrew Ogata. Welcome into the show, brother.
Hi, thanks, Kainoa. Thanks for having me.
Mahalo nui for being here. I want to start off with you and the work you guys do in the community. HHHRC, tell us about it and what takes place.
I know, it just rolls off the tongue, right? So we are a nonprofit organization. We've been around since the early 80s. We were originally formed under the name Life Foundation as a response to the HIV epidemic. As things evolved, we merged together with another nonprofit to form the Hawai'i Health and Harm Reduction Center. So H3RC, HHHRC, whatever you want to call it. We're the oldest and largest LGBTQIA plus service organization here in Hawaii, but we've expanded services. So we not only support people living with HIV, the prevention of HIV, everything sexual health, but we also do a lot with the Mahu and transgender community here, gender affirming care. We also work with the unsheltered populations and people who use drugs.
Now, expand a little bit more on the services as well. Are these in-person services, or how do people kind of go about navigating the services that are provided?
Our services are all free. We do in-person, we do things through telehealth, we do a lot of outreach.
Gotcha.
We go out to all the different corners of the island. We also run a syringe exchange van on the 4 most populous islands, so Hawaii Island, Maui, Kauai, and Oahu. We have workers on all 4 islands. We do a lot with overdose prevention on all of the major islands as well.
Now, the walk that's taking place currently, tell us about that, now celebrating its 34th annual walk.
Yes, 34th. So we had our very first Honolulu AIDS Walk in 1991. And we are celebrating 34 years. It's going to be coming up on Saturday, June 21st at the Kapi'olani Park Bandstand. We're very excited. Registration opens at 8 a.m. and the walk commences at 10 a.m. We're going to have lots of food available, local entertainment. We have the Royal Hawaiian Band coming down, and a bunch of different things. It's just a really great gathering of our community and people that support our community to just really show like love and everything about that.
Now, why is it so important to not only support the walk, but then also the fact that much of the funds that are raised go back to supporting all those services that you mentioned?
You know, it's just a very perilous time. It's a very perilous time to be doing the work that we do, to be supporting the communities that we support. And so the walk right now is more important than ever, that we come together and not only show support, but raise funds, critical funds that go to support direct services for these people that are in need. And this is a big part of our community, a big part of our population. So they need help, and we're here to help them.
Very important. Again, it's all happening June 21st. We're looking at video of it right now. How do people get involved, Andrew? How do we do
the easiest way to get involved is go to our website, honoluluaidswalk.org. There's a bunch of different things you can do. You can register to walk. You can just show up on the 21st and join us. If you're not going to be here or you're on a different island, we have a really great online silent auction that also contributes funds for this critical need, and so it's really cool. And all of that's available at honoluluaidswalk.org.
Fantastic. Andrew, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so
Again,
much,
it's
Kainoa.
all taking place June 21st. Now here's Lauren Taruria with how the Hawaii Technology Development Corporation is supporting the Maui Economic Development Board.
I'm here with Leslie Wilkins, the President and CEO of the Maui Economic Development Board, and I am so excited to talk about everything that you've done here in Maui. First of all, thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for coming to Maui. Welcome to the Maui Research and Tech Park, a part of the greater Lipoa community, which is growing and building jobs and housing. So we're really excited to help grow our economy.
I can tell just by the amount of businesses that are in this area that it's truly something that is booming. But for anyone that doesn't know what MEDB does, can you explain?
I'm happy to. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit. I'm honored to work with 36 other colleagues, and we're spread out across the state. This is our home, of course, here. And we are all about building business opportunities for our local community to help diversify our economy. We're also known for STEM works. We're also building the next generation of critical thinkers and STEM experts in our STEM works programs. We like to say we build from keiki to careers. And then, of course, it's really important to engage our community in economic development, to make sure that our community voices are at the table as we look at advancing Maui's and Maui Nui's future.
That's incredible. Now, I want to talk about the Hawaii Technology Development Corporation. I know that they have been a big streamline into helping you grow and support a lot of the local businesses you work with. Can you talk about your partnership?
I would love to, and a big mahalo to HDC. We've worked with them for years, but last year we were so honored to receive a grant, their Business Accelerator and Training Grant. It was our first time getting that, and it allowed us to open our MEDB Business Space Program, which is an acronym. Let me see if I can do this. Support Programs for Aerospace and Commercial Entrepreneurs. We know that there's a lot of opportunity in the space economy. It's bringing a lot of money and needs for data and looking at tracking, because there's so much activity, commercial activity, Starlink satellites going up, as well as, of course, defense. So there are opportunities for small businesses to create sensors and algorithms and software to really help keep space safe, keep knowing where everything is so we don't have collisions and horrible incidences. So we know our small businesses have some solutions, and we want to make sure that they have the ability to have their innovations tested and evaluated, as well as teaching them the fiscal infrastructure they need, the financial tools they need to be compliant, to get some of the federal money that is coming into our state. And so that's what we've been doing, is accelerating our small businesses, and boy, have they been successful.
Yeah, that is so impressive. And I think you really answered the question about how you are contributing to building overall Hawaii's economy. Now, I know a little bit later we're going to be talking to two of the members of the first cohort
Absolutely.
of the program that you talked about, but can you just talk about, who is eligible for this cohort? I know you just got more funding.
Yes.
So, what's in the future for MEDB?
Again, thank you again to HDC. We just won our second round of funding. So any Hawaii-based small business, they must be in Hawaii, not necessarily Maui Nui. A lot of our program training is delivered virtually. So they have to be in Hawaii, and they have to be a technical-based business. Not necessarily exactly space. Space has wide-ranging opportunities, so that's what we would like to do. And HDC has given us such latitude to help really directly invest in companies and give them customized training, meet businesses where they are to really help them grow, help them maybe team with a bigger business, help them get their intellectual property, the protections they need for that, and open up windows into all kinds of possibilities of funding.
Oh, Leslie, that's incredible. Now, if anyone who's a business owner is listening or they want to get more information, where should they go?
They should go to our website, medb.org. We'll be accepting invitations right now for our third cohort. So please check us out, because we want to be there to help grow our businesses. And we also can help provide some STEM talent. We're putting interns this summer with our round 1 and round 2 cohorts, and they're hiring. So that's exactly the return on investment we want to give HDC and our state funding, to see that companies are staying here, they're hiring locals, and they are also expanding opportunities for our interns.
All right, well, you heard it right here. Make sure to go to their website, because they've got tons of opportunities for applicants and anyone looking for future funding and opportunities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
it is a free year of tuition to the University of Hawaii at Manoa, thanks to UH Federal Credit Union. And that person, I don't want to delay it anymore, is a special senior here with us today, Maya Sugimoto. Can you make some noise for Maya? Maya, stand up.
Maya. Hey, take a look at that. That was Hawaii News Now Sunrise reporter Casey Lunn, who was just at Honolulu High School last week to announce Maya Sugimoto as this year's Take Me to Manoa winner. She got a year of free tuition over there with mom and dad. How cool is that? And now she's over here hanging out with us on set of High Now. Welcome into the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Maya, congratulations, big time.
It's been exciting.
I have questions, many, but I do want to start with, take us back to that day. So you guys all gather inside the gym. Did you have an inkling of what was going on? Or what was going through your head?
Once I saw Casey Lunn, at that point I was like, oh, this is probably the Take Me to Manoa scholarship. But I still didn't know that it was going to be me in the end.
Very cool. Congratulations. What was that moment like when the school was clapping, they announced you, big old check comes out, mom and dad's there. What was that moment like?
It was definitely shocking for me, but I think I'm just so grateful to have this experience here in Hawaii.
Absolutely, and you're having the opportunity as a local girl to stay home. Now with the Take Me to Manoa Scholarship Contest, it was a 1-minute video, right? Kind of talking about why Manoa was the choice for college for you. Tell us about your video. What'd you submit? Where did the inspiration from it come from?
So I was mainly inspired by the past winners. I wanted to highlight more about my career in high school and also my love for art. So I wanted to combine those two elements and what I've learned about video editing this past year to create a video representing me.
I see a lot of family. Is family a big part of why you wanted to head to Manoa too?
For sure, yeah. I want to stay here because my family lives here, my friends are here. It's just such a loving community and I would love to stay here. Okay,
Maya, I gotta be honest with you. I'm looking at this video. There's some heavy duty editing, graphics. Do you wanna do television? You totally could. What are your future plans?
Right now, I'm still deciding whether I should pursue graphics in the future, but I think I'm leaning towards a double major between business marketing and graphic design.
Wow, very cool. Why do you want to head into those? Where's that interest come from?
So the business part is if I do plan to open a business in the future. The graphics part is mainly because of what I've learned this past year and these past years actually. I've just loved graphic design in general.
Nice. What do you like about graphic design? It's a very creative process, that's why, right? It's something very inspirational about being able to stare at a blank canvas and kind of make it your own.
I think it's mainly the inspiration behind it. I think here in Hawaii, we have a lot of local designers, and I especially like aloha dresses, stuff like that. And I'd love to design something like that in the future.
That is very cool. Well, Maya, congratulations. Very excited for you. And this is what the Take Me to Manoa contest is all about, being able to keep so much of our local talent here at home. Here's Lauren Teruya with much more from Maui.
We are right across the way at the Maui Research and Technology Center, and here with me right now is Dr. Channing Chow, the CEO of Cloudstone.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having us here. We're so excited to learn really about what you do because we can't actually get the full scope of everything you do here at Cloudstone, but from what you can share with the public, what exactly is Cloudstone?
So in general, we are DoD contractors, but what we specialize in is that we design and build these low-cost, small-footprint space surveillance sensors that are easily deployable anywhere around the world. And we do that to support Space Command, Allied Space Command around the world.
As this is something that you've been developing, can you explain to your best of your ability the technology, the products that you're using?
Yeah, so traditional space surveillance is typically done with very large, expensive, exquisite instrumentation. They can see, a small spot in the sky very, very well. Think of it as like looking through a soda straw. But they end up missing the bigger picture quite often. So where we fill the gap is we provide a much wider field of view coverage, but we sacrifice perhaps a little bit of the fidelity. And in the end, if we see something something of interest, we can always point back and tip and cue a higher fidelity asset to then follow up on the target.
Wow. So speaking of the gap that you're filling, can you show us some of those
Sure.
products and also maybe talk to us about who are your main customers?
So right now the customers are all in the space industry, primarily Space Command, US Space Command, as well as other allied space commands like Australia,
that is so
for
cool.
example. So again, the instrumentation that we have for you to see today, this is a Starlink terminal that we take with us alongside our telescopes. So you'll see that it's fairly rugged. It's meant to be, kicked and dropped and still survive any sort of weather and climate that we put it in, ranging from the deserts of Chile to the frozen tundra in Alaska.
Wow, that's incredible. And you created all this technology?
Yeah, we developed everything, and we're trying our best to leverage thousands of hours of commercial testing. So we use a lot of commercial off-the-shelf parts, and where we need to supplement it, we do some 3D printing of our own.
That's amazing. So how does the data translate, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so basically, if you want to follow me over here,
Oh yeah, sure.
it takes pictures of the sky, and when we stitch the pictures together, we'll get a video, right? And this video that we're showing here is actually overlaid with some post-processing. So if you can see, there's these little dots that highlight the streaks moving through the image, and those are satellites that we see at night with the sunlight glinting off of them.
Wow, is that real time or is it sped up?
This is probably sped up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's moving really fast.
No, it's moving quite fast. And obviously this is, looking straight up, it'll see anything that passes through the field of view. So we'll see planes, we'll see birds every once in a while. There's a great picture of a gecko hanging out on our screens here in Maui. And over here, that's the experimental unit we have outside right there that's fully autonomous with solar panels and the Starlink terminal.
Wow, how incredible. Well, first of all, amazing. I'm so impressed with everything that you've done. And I know that you've worked alongside MEDV to also build some of the products here. So how have they helped you as far as your program goes?
Yeah, so MEDV did us, a huge solid. They gave us some funding to attend conferences, and they actually bought us some 3D printers as well. Something that's not monetary, but they also connected us with their professional development network. And so we were able to meet new customers, new partners, and really just grow in that sense organically.
And overall, as a business, you're thriving.
We're definitely thriving.
Can you talk about your personal company growth as well?
Yeah, so I started this company back in 2020, which was a huge mistake in hindsight. But right now, we won some big contracts, so I am definitely looking to hire. So please reference our website. I'll get that to you later, and/or my personal email address. That's fine too.
All right. Well, Dr. Chow, thank you so much for giving us this behind the sneak, as much as we could look behind the scene.
Yes, sir.
And make sure to check out his website for that information.
Thanks very much.
I'm with Dylan Forsmeyer, the founder of Glintlock, right here in Kihei, Maui, and we're going to talk all about your business. So for anyone who's never heard of it or maybe doesn't even understand, do you mind breaking it down for us?
Sure, Lauren. Thank you guys for coming out here. Glintlock is a Maui-founded company that was founded to provide flexible services in the space domain awareness field for the United States government. We integrate systems for the government all over the place that are telescope systems.
And I know that you have some really incredible, humble Maui roots. Do you mind talking about your story, how you came to be?
Yeah, no worries at all. So I grew up here, I was raised here, I went to all of the schools here, including college at UHMC, in hopes of finding an opportunity that would allow me to have a family that I could have on Maui without worrying about the high cost of living. And so far it's worked out pretty good. I've continued to support the educational side of things. I was an instructor at UH for a few years. I started my career here in this tech park, doing space domain awareness, tracking satellites down here. During my internship, led into becoming the lead deployment engineer for Pacific Defense Solutions, which ultimately wound up being bought by KBR, which is still here in the tech park. I have industry relations with all of the industries here, but I'm providing an organic Maui-based, Maui roots solution for business services in this field for the government.
That's incredible. So congratulations, of course, on all of your growth. And I know you're continuing to grow, but with MEDB specifically, how have they really helped propel your business forward?
Oh my gosh, without MEDB, I would not be here right now. So the HTDC funding that was awarded through a grant to MEDB was utilized by MEDB to really, they've reached out and supported local businesses, and they helped place me at what's called AMOS, along with many other resources and chats in this conference room that we're standing right next to as well, to help me grow as an entrepreneur. That placed me at AMOS for networking connections that have allowed me to grow this quickly within this short amount of time.
Wow, that is so awesome. And I know I've met some of your wonderful team members. So if anyone, wants to join your team, get more information, help you grow what you're growing right here in Maui, what's the best way that they can do that?
So I have a website, it's bare bones. If you go to www.glintlock.com, my email address is on there, and they can just reach out to me that way.
There we go. Wow, his email address is right on there, so make sure you check it out. Again, contact with Dylan if you want to join the Glintlock team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, again, big time mahalo nui to everyone for tuning in to today's show. We had an opportunity to share a lot about local business. Again, you can find Kino bees at your local farmers markets. Also, again, Blaine Miyasanto was here from the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. Hawaii to the world. It truly is a one-of-a-kind opportunity to take your talent and really elevate it, be on a different platform, and share it with the entire world. Again, the deadline is coming up tomorrow. HawaiianCouncil.org/auditions is going to be the best place and resource for that. Tune into High Now Daily tomorrow at 3 p.m. Lauren Taruya and I will be back over here, and we will again be back talking about local business and local life.